gender wear Sabu.
I do that sometimes.
What?
Ooh, that's a snazzy haircut Paul's got over there.
That's that new job haircut.
Hey, a new job.
Counselor.
Looking sharp.
Calvin, you getting a new job,
Look at
Calvin?
the tight fade.
Look at Calvin getting a new job.
Getting a new job.
McRib's coming back.
Guys,
I'm not going to participate in any of that. I'm not going to do that.
you've partaken of the McRib. Guys, welcome to the episode of Into the West Comics. My name is Frank. Sonny is here.
What it do? How's it going, everybody?
Trying to give everybody a McRib. Hot Dog Paul is here.
Hot diggity dog, back at it again.
All right, rock on, baby.
Something about Calvin.
I love it. And the future is so bright. Davin's got to wear shades, looking like Harry Styles or something.
Oh,
Oh, if I look like Harry Styles. No, I can't do it because my
can't
eyes
say-
are like, right now because of my allergies. So,
I can't really follow that up with
Allergies.
anything.
That's
yeah,
what
yeah,
we're
yeah.
saying,
All right. Yeah, everyone's been
allergies.
saying allergies, whatever.
I hate it when my eyes are like.
And I've had allergies before.
That's my eyes all the time.
Yeah. Any hoot.
Not,
I'll try it.
Not
And
the
backed by popular
I'll
demand
put them on.
over there in the bungalow, the new bungalow. It's a remodeled version of the bungalow. He's
Yeah.
looking as handsome and as ever. Uncle Nephew Shane is here.
Oh, hello.
Oh, he also has allergies.
Hey, would it be
He has
like,
contact allergies.
what it be like?
just trying to fit in around here. So
Hey, man. Just trying to get my allergies in order, dude.
It's good to
thank
have
you.
buddy.
Hi. Good morning.
Welcome.
Good morning.
Yeah.
It's 6 p.m. Player, what's going
Hold on,
Tell
dude.
us.
Let's rock and roll. All right, guys. This past weekend, we got the trailer we were waiting for. We're not sure if a lot of people have a lot of mixed feelings about Phase 4 as a whole,
Yeah.
but it seems like they're going to nail the ending.
For real.
Wakanda Forever dropped their first official trailer over the weekend at San Diego Comic-Con. We're going to get into a lot of the announcements that came out of San Diego Comic-Con this past weekend,
Yes.
but we're going to start this off. Paul and I had already did a little last-minute review. Producer Quan hit us up. He hit the bat phone. He said, get down here.
Yeah.
And we did a little reaction to some trailers.
Great job,
Wakanda
boys.
Forever, appreciate that. Wakanda Forever included. But we are going to get together as a family now and watch this trailer again. I've seen the trailer I think 15 times.
Oh, I know.
Since
I'm
Saturday
definitely, I'm definitely in at least triple digits.
So we're going to watch this
Seen it.
trailer
I've seen it
again, and I'm
like
going to get
4 or
your
5
reactions to it.
Sounds good.
Boom.
I might cry.
I was about to say the same thing.
Don't shed no tears.
Don't have to worry about a count. This trailer. No count.
Good friends we have, and good friends we've lost along the way.
Woo!
In this great future, you can't forget your past. So dry your tears and say,
Young Namor with the wings on the feet.
I know, I saw
Oh.
that. So, what'd I say? That's all I wanted.
Really?
That's all he wanted was winged feet.
Wing feet.
I got it.
Yeah.
Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright now.
Throne room. Riri Williams.
Everything's gonna be alright.
I am queen of the most powerful nation in the world, and my entire family is gone.
Dude.
I got given everything.
Still.
Come on, somebody!
Dude,
yeah!
still, bro.
Every time. The other way.
I'm going to church.
Dude. Yo.
Dude.
Dude, every time I think it's not gonna make me emotional because I've seen it a bunch of times,
Every time.
I still get
It's a
emotional.
perfect trailer.
It honestly is the perfect trailer. I think that's the best trailer I've seen in a very long time.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah,
That got
no.
you more excited for a
No.
film?
No.
I don't think
You
I've
might,
seen one.
if anybody in the chat has to disagree and you have a better.
Infinity War was up there for me when they showed that shot of all of them running, and they had that thing that they never even used in the film.
Yeah.
That got me really hyped when they were all running towards that army.
Definitely,
I was like, "Whoa,
definitely.
let's go!" But this
even
is on another level.
Just the mural of Chadwick Boseman or Black Panther at the time, T'Challa. I'm just kind of I'm
Sorry,
still
sorry.
a
No,
little
no, no,
worked
you're
up,
good.
dude.
I apologize.
There was just that scene alone meant more. I don't know. It was just
No, I
that's
think
crazy.
there have been trailers that have gotten me as hyped,
Yeah.
like the Batman and like Infinity War,
sure.
but there is not a trailer that has made me as emotional.
No,
Oh, that-
dude.
yeah.
And I think because it's so
No.
rooted in reality, and
sure.
it's like we actually lost a human being that
Yeah.
everyone really adores.
Yeah.
And it's not just that; it's also fantastic and gonna hopefully be incredible and pay homage to the man, in all the best ways possible.
I
Now-
think other than the fact that I think Ironheart kind of gets overshadowed a little bit because there's so much going on with like Namor
Yeah.
and like everything, but we are gonna get that cave scene of her making somewhat of a
Yeah.
suit in this movie, so that's pretty cool.
Shane, what did you think?
Listen, I agree. Not only 100 times as much, if that makes any sense,
It does.
which it does not. But truly, yeah, I agree with everyone here. Emotionally, it really gives you the chills.
Yeah,
Not only
sure.
that, but I got teary eyed.
Oh, for sure.
And that's
time.
that's probably the third time I've seen it. I got a little emotional and teary eyed here.
Same.
Yeah.
It's going to be really fantastic. They would have to screw up royally for
For
not
real.
to be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Terrific.
I agree with you. I mean, I've seen it more than 3 times, and I think every time I've watched it, I have like chills. It'll
Same.
Get, like it'll get emotional. If it's not with Queen Ramonda making her speech,
It's that moment every time.
it's
Dude, I
when the
get chills,
when the
dude.
pace of everything picks up,
Mm-hmm.
you think of the parallels between Bob Marley leaving us way too soon,
Right. Oh,
with
for
Chadwick Boseman leaving us way too soon.
Absolutely.
The history of that song, "No Woman, No Cry," is encouraging and empowering to women.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not about a guy saying to another guy, "Hey, no women, don't worry about it.
Right.
Don't sweat it." It's about empowering women.
Right, for
and
sure.
you get to see images of that throughout the trailer of the women kind of saying, like, contemplating, like, well, what are we going to do now? Well, we're going to rise up and
Right.
we're going to take this on. And
Dude,
every time
such a good
every-
trailer.
Every time I see the trailer, I just got I've got chills. I mean,
Such a good
the two
trailer.
moments that like stood out for me the most, where they got me like really, really emotional, was one, yes, of course, Angela Bassett giving that really
Crushing it.
powerful line, but two is when I heard Kendrick Lamar's "Be All Right." So when the protests were happening around the nation, they had one here in Vegas, and I took it upon myself to go to one because I wanted to be a part of history and see how our country was responding to what was going on.
Right.
And at one point, there was a group of people that were chanting, "We gonna be all right."
Yeah, dude.
And I couldn't understand what they were saying. And I asked somebody, I was like, what are they saying? They're like, it's a Kendrick Lamar song called "We Gonna Be All Right." And it's about the black struggle in America and how they're going to be all right and everything's going to come together. And
Yeah.
the fact that they paired that with that, I lost it. I absolutely lost it. I was like, this is I told the guys after I watched it, I said, this is going to be like the Godfather 2 of the MCU movies. Whereas where everyone really, really loved Black Panther, got a Best Picture nomination, I think this one is going to be
I think so too.
leaps and bounds better, but still honoring Chadwick and his time with us and what they're trying to say. I mean, they're even the Atlanteans are also
Well, they're not Atlanteans.
They're
right,
not.
they're not.
They're
What
kind
are
of
they called
changing
again?
that again.
They're changing that. It's I don't know.
It's a word that starts with the letter T.
It's
I can't pronounce it.
It's like Taloan or something. I don't know.
Something like that.
It's
yeah.
is it a realm?
It's like an Aztec type of thing.
Right, so they're basing it off of Aztec
Yeah,
culture.
Aztec and
so
Mayan,
to see that,
yeah.
I was just like, oh my god,
He looks
this is
so
gonna be
cool.
amazing.
He looks like he could be. Part of me thinks, I'm like, do they go full villain on Namor? But I'm like, then you can't bring him back.
Nah,
He's been manipulated.
Anti-hero for
And
sure.
All in the
Anti-hero.
Game keeps suggesting that it could be Doctor Doom. I think that would be cool. I am so interested to see like how they handle everything and the type of like warfare between for wherever Namor's from.
Someone
I-
find it out.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Because it isn't
and,
Atlantis.
and
it's been
Wakanda,
confirmed.
the struggle between them. And I think what would really make this movie strong is obviously the parts with Wakanda and T'Challa's family is going to be strong. We know Ryan Coogler can handle that.
For sure.
I think what will raise this movie above the rest is if we are just like we were with Killmonger, if we are equally as compelled by Namor
For
and
sure.
what he's trying to do.
For sure.
Despite losing Chadwick, despite losing T'Challa, all those things that we still go, you know what? I understand Namor's quest and his plight and what he's trying to do. I think that's what will, and that because if he's just being manipulated, I don't think that's going to be as compelling. If at the end you went,
No,
oh, he
yeah.
was just being controlled, I want to actually care for him.
For sure.
Maybe he is being manipulated, and that's why we care for him. But I think that's important.
I think we're going to get a lot of his character like what Black Panther was
Talokan.
in Civil War.
Talokan, yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
What Black Panther was in Civil War. Because when you see him in Civil War, he's like, they killed my dad. I don't care.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't care
gonna
about
kill
any
him.
of you. Yeah, I don't care about any of you.
They took my life away from me. I'm going to end him. And then
Right.
by the end, he learned that no, living is much easier than killing you. I have to
Yeah.
learn to forgive you because that's the most powerful thing in
Yes.
all of this. So I
Right.
think we're going to get that moment in Namor. I think that he's going to have his culture and his people that he's been raised by tell him one story
For sure.
throughout his entire life, and he's believed this one thing. But when he goes to meet the Wakandans and see what they're about, and then eventually see the legacy of who T'Challa was,
Right.
and he's going to see the mirror images of I am to my people what he is to his
Correct.
people. Why are we doing this?
Right.
So there'll be a shift change there. I think that'll happen. But question I want to pose to you gentlemen is, who in the suit? Who is
Dude.
in the suit?
So I've gone back and forth all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's Shuri or M'Baku.
There's no chance that it's M'Baku. That person is way too skinny.
Yeah, but I think it's possible that it could be. Because it's ultimately the person in that shot is probably CGI.
I think
And
that
that's
I think,
the reality of the situation.
I think that shot is a reveal moment. Because if you pause it, Namor's on the other side. Whoever that is fighting Namor.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got to be like some type of it's
Maybe.
going down moment. You know what I
Another
mean?
thing I've kind of thought about is what if that's not the only person in a Black Panther costume right
There
now.
might be a few of them, and
I think
that would be
maybe.
super rad. And I think if there's any way to bring back Michael B. Jordan,
I think that would
That would
be
be a
compelling.
great way
this
to do
would
it.
this would be
Yeah.
the move. You know what I mean? I mean, we're talking about all this multiverse stuff. That's what we're moving into.
We're in the multiverse saga.
Right. So I think it wouldn't be hard, and it wouldn't be out of place to plug him in. And I liked his suit over the what he would be looking like in a Black Panther suit anyway. The one that Killmonger actually got at the end of the movie. I don't know. I think that's Shuri. I think that's going to be a fight. She's going to get stomped, and then whoever else is gonna come in and try and save her.
I think it's Shuri or it's Shuri. I think it's her.
Dude. Like
It's her.
All I know is any kind
I
of
don't.
trepidations I had that they might not be able, like I had no clue, or I didn't know what they were going to do with the story next. All I knew is it was called Wakanda Forever.
Right.
Any trepidations I had have been put to rest just by the trailer alone.
Yeah.
Oh, easy.
There's just so much to talk about just in the
Easy.
trailer.
And this
Easy.
group has kind of taken the place, Shane, of T'Challa's character.
Right.
They've sort of taken that spot because originally there was a plot being floated around when they were working on the movie a few years ago that it was going to be about. It was going to be called like the Trial of the Two Kings, or the two,
Something about two
something
kings.
about two
Yeah.
kings. The parallels between Namor and T'Challa, and
Right.
you see Namor as a child walking up onto the beach, and then you see him as the
Yeah.
adult walking onto the beach, and you're getting him. You're fast forwarding an origin as you're doing in the movie, and
For sure.
and I think that they're going to do a pretty good job of this, advancing the story along. One of my concerns is that they pay their respect, and people are saying, it's like, well, how do you think they explain the passing of Chadwick Boseman / T'Challa on screen?
This is easy.
I mean, to me, it's just they just say he had cancer and he passed away.
I think
that
Namor-
was saying an enemy attack or something like that. I think it seems kind of
Right.
See,
goofy
and
to
I
me.
think Namor killing T'Challa says so much for
Yeah,
the
but
story.
if he does that, there's no
If
coming
there's no
back.
coming
There's no
back,
coming
There's
back
no
from
coming
that.
back for that.
There's no
don't think so?
recovery.
No.
Absolutely
So
not.
wait, I just want to hear you out. So you're saying it's okay for Killmonger to come back, but Namor can't come back after killing T'Challa.
No, I don't mean in even in the
No, no,
sense
no.
of like
It's too personal.
No, I mean like come back as like a good guy.
as a good guy.
That's what I'm saying.
As
So
like a
could
hero.
Yeah,
so could Killmonger come back as a good guy and a
Absolutely.
hero?
I think he could redeem himself. He didn't kill T'Challa.
Sure, but he did kill a lot of people in the movie.
Well, and
did.
but it's different because he's not T'Challa Chadwick Boseman. It matters which the character is. As much as all life is equally as sacred, it matters in the context of the movie who the character is that he kills, and more importantly, who the character is that the actor was.
Right.
Because do you think that general viewing audience who comes to this because they love Chadwick Boseman, they love the Black Panthers movies, obviously they could. I'm sure they could do it. I'm not saying they couldn't, but I think it would be much more difficult to bring Namor back and be like, he killed T'Challa. Maybe if it's in war, you could explain it a little bit better, like if it's in the middle of a battle. But if he
Right.
just straight up kills T'Challa out of like
Yeah, like that's how the movie.
rage or whatever,
That's how the movie's going,
I
or
think
something.
it
like,
would be
no, dude.
very difficult to convince people that, hey, no, this is actually a good guy. He just killed the character that you love.
Bro,
played by the
he's
actor
enemy
that you
number
love.
one at that point,
I-
bro.
But
Like,
is Namor supposed to be a good guy throughout the MCU?
I think
he's supposed to be an anti-hero.
in Marvel
So-
Comics, he always goes back and forth.
that's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
He's
He's,
one
an
of the first
anti-hero.
3 original Marvel characters.
For sure. So I think
He's the first mutant.
tinfoil hat time, guys. I think that Namor is getting set up by Doom to do something like flood Wakanda for vibranium.
I agree.
That Doom really wants for his suit,
Yep.
for whatever weapon, whatever kind of do, whatever. He might. It sucks. He might kill T'Challa if that's how it's going to happen. I don't think so. But I think that that's going to be the war. The guy behind the chair is definitely Doom setting up this war between the two great, I guess, countries. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't think he kills him.
I'm just skeptical about the cancer theory, just because
Yeah,
one, I know
it's
that it's
hard.
real, but two, like we see the Wakandans, they're the most advanced people in everything,
yeah.
and even the little beads that she had when they were doing the when what's his face got shot in the first one, like he was totally healed and fine after that.
Right.
The friendship bracelet.
Yeah,
I
and
think-
he's
The rave
ingested and
beads.
he's eaten the
Rave beads.
that
The heart shaper.
the heart. Yeah, I can't think today
Digested.
for some reason.
Digested the heart shaped herb.
Yeah, he digested that, and that's supposed to give him the power of the god that
He
came down.
microdosed it.
So it gives you the physical. It gives you the physical attributes of the Black Panther, but Shuri actually creates a artificial herb and takes it, but the Panther God won't bestow, I guess, the power on her because of her jealousy to her brother. So there is
But
two
he
parts.
he goes into a coma.
Correct.
And
That's
she
when
just kind of assumes the mantle.
Right. So there
on
is
her
a
own.
it's like a two-part thing. You can digest the herb and you'll be strong, fast, and the agility, but you're not going to have the experience and be able to connect to each Black Panther before you without being bestowed upon the
You
power.
see the statues at the beginning when they're doing that ceremony, and they're all in white.
Mhm.
You see the 2 statues that might be them coming out of the green Veld. When you see the 2 statues
Yeah,
to the side,
yeah.
the less aggressive. I'm going to butcher the names of it's the Bost god, and there's one is aggressive and one that's more
Yeah.
passive.
Mhm.
And they show them on either side of that entrance that they're coming out of.
Right.
So I mean, it's
could be-
it's
So
that's
cool to
interesting
me
that
to
you
see more things about the Wakandan culture, is that we're getting further into experiencing this. I mean, we didn't get this as one of the 57 announcements that we got from Marvel over the weekend, but they are talking about doing a series
No. Yeah.
based on the Wakandans.
Yeah.
Cool.
which would be easy.
So, on the note of who may be responsible for the passing of T'Challa, if it's not something that is just like cancer or something like that, which I think would work, and I'll get to why I think it would work in a second. But All in the Game says let's not forget about Atuma, because I'm pretty sure he's confirmed to be in this movie.
That's been, I don't know if it's been confirmed, but it's been rumored that he's in it.
Widely speculated that he will be in the movie. But the reason I think cancer or some kind of ailment, maybe it's an unspecified ailment, would work, because for me, it's a lot like when Jonathan Kent dies of a heart attack. There's a lot that Wakandans can do,
Right.
but they can't
I
save
see.
everybody all the time.
Right.
And I think that would be compelling. I think that would be harrowing, and it would
sure.
put all of that family and those people there, like, we're this incredible advanced race who can do all this stuff,
Yeah.
advanced country, excuse me, but we couldn't save our leader
Save our
from
king.
something as simple as cancer.
Damn.
Not that cancer is simple,
But
but you know what I mean?
But to
I
the
also think
Wakandans,
it's
yeah.
Killmonger in the suit at the end. I think it's gonna be him. I watched Black Panther a couple days ago, and he says, "Bury me in the ocean with the rest of my ancestors.
Mm-hmm.
Bury me in the ocean." And we see a ship that's on the ocean, and people are diving down to it. Maybe that is something that they're like, "Let's go down here. Let's try and get him, because these people they've flooded our village, and we have to. That's our last hope." And we also see Shuri inside the throne room when it's on fire.
It's flooded and on
That's
fire.
also close to the shot of when Killmonger was in
his
that
back to
room,
the-
and he
burning
lit everything on fire, all the heart-shaped herb and all
I
that
really,
stuff. So
I really like that, because there's a lot of imagery of like beaches where like the water and land meet. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So to see maybe all those scenes were them going to search for wherever they put Killmonger.
and if you
know
look
what
at
I
the
mean?
suit, it's gold, and Killmonger's suit had gold lace in it
Yeah.
as well. So I
That'd
think
be
it,
nice.
Very possible.
I think
also
it's Killmonger.
Michael
I would
B.
love
Jordan's
to see,
arm is huge, bro.
I would like to see it, but
yeah, but
I think there's a
mean,
lot of things they're not showing us too. But
Easy.
I'm
Sure.
more along the lines of what you said, as far as there could be multiple people in the Black Panther
I'm
suit.
banking on that.
So am I, but I think
Somebody
it-
serves it as a distraction.
But I think as a big surprise, Killmonger would be the one that's the big surprise out of
That'd be
all
pretty
of them.
crazy.
That'd be my favorite.
I think what we've all kind of landed on here is they got a lot of options, and there's a lot of things they could do that would be equally as fulfilling, which is kind of really great that they have all those options and all these characters that we legitimately love. And we're like, oh, it'd be cool to see M'Baku, but if it was Shuri, that would be cool. If it
Right.
was Nakia, that would be cool.
Right.
If it was his mom, that would be cool. If
Right.
it was whomever, so on and so forth, that would be cool.
I don't know why, but I'm not interested in Shuri being Black Panther at all. Like what? Like not even a little bit. Anybody else could be like Lupita Nyong'o's character. If she was Black Panther, awesome.
That'd be really cool.
Like that would be awesome. But for some reason, Shuri, I'm just kind of like, meh. She wasn't like someone in the movie when I first saw it that I was like, oh, love her character. Oh, she's like,
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't fall in love with her like everyone else did. So I think that's why I'm just kind of like, meh, when it comes to Shuri being Black Panther. That's not to say that I don't think that she'd be a good Black Panther. I just
You're
I'm
just
not
not as attached to
interested.
the idea as
I just
everyone
thought she had another role to play in the first one, and that was that she had her own thing going that had nothing to do with battling and truly physical things. She was more, the brains
Guy in the chair.
behind.
Guy in the chair, dude.
And she played a part in what was going on with Infinity War when they
For sure.
attacked
Absolutely.
For Vision. yeah.
Wakanda. I mean, all of that.
Huge part.
So she played a big part in that. And I think something else that we're going to get to in the coming weeks, we're going to talk about it because we got a lot of stuff to go over. But one of the things with this movie is that they pull this off, and then all the stuff that they do to make it work is connecting it to the bigger Marvel/MCU picture. That becomes an even bigger challenge for who carries the mantle, and
Right.
is it a Black Panther by committee
Yeah.
kind of thing,
Yeah.
or is it the one person that assumes the mantle? We don't know.
No.
I mean, we've got to wait till November 11th. They can't come fast enough.
man.
I listen. I added the countdown on my phone. That's like for
Sick.
when the movie comes out. We'll be doing something.
Oh,
we're
for
not sure
sure.
about the details of it yet, but we will be doing something special for when Black Panther comes out November
Absolutely.
11th.
Yep.
Stay tuned for that. We like to make sure that we're listening to the people when they talk to us in the chat and they request things of us. And Nikita, I'm not sure if they are in the chat or not, but they were asking us last week when we were going off to air if we could talk about / review the trailer for Don't Worry, Darling. It is directed and produced by Olivia Wilde. It's starring Chris Pine, Olivia Wilde, of course. I was going to say Harry Styles, Yelena Belova,
Florence Pugh.
Hot Sauce, Florence Pugh.
Hot sauce.
We're going to check this out. It looks pretty trippy. Don't Worry, Darling. I think it comes out in September.
Oh, that's Palm Springs for sure.
I'm so sorry
It's
I forgot to tell you, but
Eros
you're not
and
feeling very well.
Yelena.
And the only way to cure it is if we stay home all day and I tend to you and kiss you and cook for...
Bye.
What are we watching?
level yellow. All residents safe and accounted for.
That's Palm Springs for sure, dude.
Victory is safe and secure. Here you can live the life you deserve. We can all live the life.
Oh, what are we watching?
Oh, it's the girl version of Get Out.
The girl version.
Oh god, no! Like,
Tell me I'm wrong.
no, you're there.
What
Shout
he's
out Aaron
created
Rodgers.
out here, it's a different way. A better way.
This is Get Out.
Victory has things money can't buy.
Midsummer,
live next door. You
Yeah.
wouldn't believe the things
which is
I've
also
heard.
Florence Pugh.
Jack and Alice only have time for each other.
What is the enemy of progress? Chaos. Yeah.
Oh.
Nasty word. Chaos.
The one thing they ask of us is to stay here, where it's safe.
Oh,
I was here when you got here?
Yeah. You sleep in the bedroom. That's good. Just breathe. Most of my patients have had nightmares. I have some pills I can prescribe for that.
Violet, where did you meet Bill?
We met on a train
To Boston. You dropped your ticket and he bent down, picked it up, gave it to you, right?
Thank you for your loyalty.
Not everyone gets this opportunity.
What are we doing?
Changing the world.
What are we doing?
Changing the world.
They're lying about everything.
Keep calm and carry on. I gave you all of this, Alice!
It's all about control.
I know exactly who you are.
You don't get to take that from me. Alice, go!
I just realized.
I've been waiting for someone like you, someone to challenge me. Like a good girl.
State Farm is there. Don't worry, darling.
Okay,
Bro, that looks crazy.
I
So-
had no idea what we were
so-
gonna
That
watch
looks
before.
crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
that looked crazy, dude.
before we say anything, I think it's a testament to the trailer that we all kind of just shut up and watched it. We were all like, "What is going on here?"
Bro.
It gave me like I think Get Out is a good comparison.
Super.
I think Midsummer is a really
Midsummer
good
for sure.
comparison.
Got a
That
little
looks
Hereditary
crazy.
vibes. It
It's
was
always
weird,
cool to
dude.
see like people from MCU stuff and those kind
Yeah,
of
Gemma
properties
Chan in there too.
doing other stuff.
Yeah. No,
That's
the cast
wild.
the cast was pretty stacked.
And
man.
Olivia Wilde directed it. That's kind of cool.
Interesting.
Has she directed anything else?
That movie looks
That actually looked kind of
That
creepy.
was
I was kind of down.
crazy. Uncle Nephew Shane, are you scared?
I am scared and confused.
Yeah, I think.
But people are saying there's wackier things going on between Olivia Wilde and Florence Pugh right now. Apparently, Florence Pugh isn't promoting the film at all.
Oh,
So there's some things going on
there's some
between
beef.
those
Whoa.
two.
Pew pew.
like
yeah.
she isn't.
Shots fired.
Shots fired.
Yeah, from everything I've read, yeah,
Pew, pew.
she wants nothing to do with any promotions whatsoever.
Interesting.
Yeah,
She
she
pulled an
normally
Edward Norton.
promotes all the stuff that she's in, but apparently there's something with this movie she's not doing.
Maybe she's got something like beef with Olivia Wilde,
For
or
sure.
maybe beef
Definitely.
with the
There-
production company.
There's some kind of
It was
beef going
WB,
on.
right?
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
I think that's what it was, WB.
I will keep you posted if I hear anything else about
It
that.
looked good though.
It looked really good. It looked really good. It looked very
Does look
creepy.
Yeah.
I was getting like cult vibes.
You know what? I mean,
Same.
I didn't know what to expect, but that was like scary. I didn't know. I don't want to. I was like, said,
Gave Frank the chills a different
He doesn't
way.
like scary like that.
the
no.
first trailer gave me goosebumps. You guys know I don't like horror movies.
Yeah,
so I
he's like, what am I watching? Well, no, that was the best. That was the best part,
baby.
That was the best part because I didn't know what the trailer was about. I had zero idea what we were gonna watch, so I'm gonna go watch that movie.
They
Yeah.
got smoke
I
shows
think
in
I am
there.
too.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Chris
Oh,
Pine looked creepy.
he
They got
definitely
Harry
did.
Styles.
Really
Maybe
creepy.
he'll bring his culottes, his big, big parachute pants he's wearing everywhere.
It's,
his blouses.
Yeah,
It's Eros and Captain Kirk versus Yelena.
bro. Interesting dynamic, bro.
Yeah, there's the part where they're in the Black Widow studio and doing ballerina stuff.
Bro.
But see, that gave me like a what was that, Black Swan kind of
Yeah.
vibes? You know what I mean? This movie seems like they're pulling a lot of really interesting imagery. I like this.
Yeah.
Nikita, you turn everybody around. We
Yeah,
didn't
for
know
real.
what to expect.
Yeah,
Now
that was
everybody's-
awesome.
Everybody's in.
That was super cool.
You know, this is a Warner project. And speaking of Warner, DC had their panel at Comic-Con Saturday morning
Get me started.
at 10 o'clock in the a.m.
Lame.
Everybody's falling asleep. We're talking about DC.
Lame.
I have one simple question.
Why?
What in the Ezra Miller are they doing at DC that they can't get it right? They had 7 hours prior to Marvel doing their panel, and everyone, all of us included,
Yeah, for
everybody that was headed did not think that we were going to get all of the Marvel stuff that we did.
Definitely no.
If DC is ever going to take advantage of something, they've got the first panel of the day. They've got all eyes on them.
Yeah.
I've got nothing.
And
Yeah.
they just
That's what it's starting
kind
to feel
of
like.
they didn't do anything.
Poop the bed.
Marvel came in and went, hey, here's what's next. And you know what's after that? This is what's next after that. And, oh, by the way, here's how we're going to end what we're currently got going on. Your move there, DC, and DC did nothing. They didn't provide anything. They were like, hey, look, it's The Rock and Kevin slapping each other
Well,
with
they gave
tortillas
us-
in the face. Like, all right, cool.
That is not part of Black Adam that we could confirm. That's not part of the Black
And then,
Adam.
like,
film.
then they're like, hey, Henry Cavill might come back. Everyone's like, yeah, is he at Comic-Con?
He's like, no, he's not.
No.
Zero show.
I mean,
no show. But he might.
but we're always good to trust, huh? When we say things. Do you have a Flash trailer?
No.
Ah!
Yo, he is in way too much trouble for anybody to drop anything.
So here's the thing for DC. They gave us the Shazam trailer, which I think most of us here can agree.
Yeah, it looks good.
Shazam's not really Sonny's cup of tea, but I
No.
think we can all agree it was for the thing it was. It was a great trailer for a movie that a lot of people really love the first one. But how many people? And I love DC stuff. How many people does Shazam move the needle for? Like how many people see Shazam stuff and go, "Oh my
They're like,
god,
"They've got
I
it.
can't, they gave
They
us the
did it."
Shazam trailer." It's like even if it was the best trailer you've ever watched in your entire life, people just aren't as interested in Shazam as a character.
No.
I'll tell you how they mismanaged this. Today, San Diego Comic-Con was last weekend. Today, it's been leaked that Batfleck is going to appear.
Why would you not do
in
that at Comic-Con?
Aquaman 2. Why would you not be doing that
Yo.
at the San Diego Comic-Con?
That's the
if Henry
point.
Cavill is connected in any capacity to
Anything.
DC
Anything,
at all,
bro.
to
Anything.
Why don't you have him on stage? You don't have a figurehead like Kevin Feige wearing his ball cap, going, "Look at this, we're doing a PowerPoint."
Literally, that's all you gotta
doesn't
do. It's
anything.
literally-
Bring out these 3 or 4 marquee actors that you have playing these roles and let them host the event.
Easy money.
Do sizzle reels. Do something. Show
Anything,
us
for God's
any
sakes.
footage at all for Flash would have been better than nothing.
And
Any
then-
footage.
But you know what we got? We got Jim Lee standing up there going, Snyderverse is no more. We're not doing it anymore. And then 2 days later, we got Ben Affleck is in Aquaman 2.
Henry
which is
Cavill's
Yo,
coming back.
Jason Momoa posted on his Instagram, and that's how we find out. But bro, even if you posted it last week or something, you know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here? Like the mark is clearly
If you
getting
did it
missed.
Friday night, because they did the panel Saturday morning, if you had done it Friday night, there would have been like a buzz
Right.
about it. And then the trailer, they show kind of a trailer, a remixed trailer for Black Adam, where they show a couple of scenes of new footage, but the trailer's a minute long. Okay. Then you show the trailer for Fury of the Gods. I
And
just
nothing
I don't understand what I don't understand what they're doing.
Me neither.
We're
Not
gonna
at this
watch it.
point,
We're
dude.
gonna watch another trailer in a second that is sort of like a second cousin to what DC is doing.
Yeah,
they could
but-
have put that trailer with their panel.
Yeah.
But
and
you
it
know
But they
what?
didn't even do that.
No.
And I don't think DC knows how to structure their stuff.
No.
Whereas Marvel does. They gave us the She-Hulk trailer for something that's about to come out.
Right.
They gave us the Wakanda Forever trailer with something that comes out fairly soon and something people are incredibly interested in.
Absolutely.
And then they gave us a slate for the future.
Yeah, you sprinkle
DC gave us
in
Shazam
Daredevil
and-
at the end.
That was it.
You show 2 minutes of Shane. Would you watch this if they showed scenes from the Blue Beetle film that they just finished filming like 2 weeks
That'd
ago?
be dope.
Batgirl. If you brought out what's her name, Leslie Grace or Grace Leslie, I don't know the actress's name is playing
neither.
Batgirl. You bring her out,
Right.
okay, in costume or not, whatever. You bring them out. You show some footage from the movie.
Yeah.
You have the actor that's playing
Yep.
Blue Beetle. He's in one of those popular shows on Netflix right now.
Completely
By-
on
by
board
the
with
way.
any of this if they would have done any of
They could have
this.
done any of that stuff, and that could have totaled like 35, 40 minutes of time.
Yeah.
That
least
you have
announce
more
it.
eyes and more people talking about it, Shane.
Isn't Joaquin Phoenix doing Joker 2?
Folia
At least-
do with
it's a
possibly
musical.
No
with
Matt
possibly
Reeves.
Lady Gaga.
No
playing
Matt
Harley
Reeves.
Quinn.
God.
We got no Matt Reeves, we got no Pattinson, we got no Todd Phillips, we got no Joaquin Phoenix. None of the things where they're properties that are pretty universally
Right.
liked. We got no people from that, no information from that. And even the stuff that is polarizing that still gets people talking, we got Shazam, which is the least polarizing of any of the DC. Most people just go, "Oh, cool, okay, Shazam."
Aquaman 2 is coming out in a few months. They didn't even put any footage for that
Nothing.
together.
No, dude. Nothing.
That's crazy.
what
Is
is
it really a
happening?
few months from
Sucks.
now?
I thought I think it comes out in December, November or
That
December.
sucks, dude.
Doesn't
Well,
it? It comes
wasn't
out this
it was
year.
supposed
Their
to be the same
marketing
day.
team is not it, dude.
It was supposed to be same day as Avatar, right? And
Yeah,
then it
and then
got
they
pushed
moved it.
back.
Yeah,
I
they
think
moved
it
it.
might be
says
February
it's
of
too
next
much
year.
water.
Yeah, too much water.
People are gonna be like, I gotta pee really.
Dude,
bad.
We're in
I
a,
don't know
we're in
why.
a shortage, Shane.
Too much
Black
water.
Panther,
That's
Avatar,
too
and
much
this?
water,
It's
bro.
showing that now March 17th, 2023.
Come on.
Katie.
So,
So they
Ben
don't- they
Affleck
don't wanna-
probably just started filming today.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, for real.
They probably didn't want to share February with Ant-Man and Quantumania.
Yeah, smart move.
Yeah. Smart move for what?
I mean,
I don't know what to do.
yeah, no one's gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna go watch that instead. You know?
But okay. Even if you don't have a project that you're currently working on, what's her name? The hot Israeli woman, Gal Gadot.
I almost said one name, and I'm so glad that I didn't. I'm
Who's
so
gonna
glad
do
that I
the?
didn't.
She's doing dub.
Wait for that later.
She's doing Dub
boy.
3, right? She's gonna be doing that. She's connected with Warner and what DC's doing.
Go ahead.
You could have had her come out on stage and just do anything. Do a cartwheel. Doesn't matter. Put some people.
You'd like
put
that,
some people
wouldn't you?
out there. Of course I would. Put some people out there, and I don't understand.
What is happening?
I don't know.
I just showed the boys what I was going to say, and I am definitely not going to say.
We got Frank all. Frank doesn't usually get worked up like this. Frank's not the most explosive individual.
I'm not.
Because DC has the best stories. I don't I totally understand what
No,
you're saying.
like literally,
I'm
there's
getting
blueprint.
emotional. I need tacos.
Literally, there's blueprints of how good stuff is.
Be all right.
Well, I've got to watch the Black Panther trailer again. They
Everything
calm me
gonna
down.
be all right.
No, we're gonna actually watch
That'll
some more
calm Frank
DC
down.
stuff. Actually,
Oh gosh.
Good
Frank.
friends we are.
One of the things that we could have seen connected to the DC panel was the first official trailer footage that we saw for Sandman. It came out this weekend. It's going to be on Netflix next Friday. Next weekend is kind of a big weekend. We got the Bullet Train movie with Brad
So
Pitt
stoked for that.
and Sandman. There's something else that's coming out next weekend too. But I'm excited for this. This is going to be a fun series. Sandman, again, very trippy. It was originally printed like 20-something years ago on the Vertigo label underneath DC.
Neil
And
Gaiman.
That's the connection.
it's a Neil Gaiman. I was going to say it's a Neil Gaiman joint. So we're going to check out this trailer, the first official footage of the Sandman, and I'm going to try to calm down from being angry at Warner Brothers.
Now this is the guy who fights Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
Your
Okay.
waking world is shaped by dreams.
Dreams
so cool.
and nightmares that I create and which I must control.
That was some very comic book imagery.
Isn't he?
Can you imagine the damage he could do?
I need your help. If dreams disappear, then so will humanity.
I could do without dreams for a while. I haven't had a decent night's sleep in ages.
Smoke show.
I'm not gonna stop until I've reshaped this world.
Tell us, what power of dreams you have?
Brianna Tarth.
Is that Lucifer Morningstar?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I thought about giving up, but I have a job to do, and I do it.
Things have changed.
It's Lady Gaga.
Your eyes will tell me everything. Every thought, every feeling.
This trailer is telling me nothing.
No, that's not true.
My creations do not walk amongst the living, killing mortals for pleasure.
Oh, you don't think dreams can die? Let's find out.
Whoa.
Hey, it's Charles Dance.
Nightmares do not belong in the waking world.
Oh, it turns out I fit right in.
Dreams don't die.
Was that the Raven talking?
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
I thought that looked pretty good.
Looks dope.
Dude.
That's good.
I know nothing about this IP, so.
So,
right,
Sandman is a character who he is what he's about dreams and sleep and things like that. And then you have Lucifer Morningstar, who is he's not the devil, but he's a devilish type character.
He's a big fan.
Yeah, and I'm not the most well read on Sandman either, but it looks to me like it's going to be there's dreams to do with Lucifer Morningstar, or if I'm wrong about which character that is, someone correct me. I know Austin's in the chat. Let me know. He probably knows better than I do. It looks like they're trying to invade with like nightmares into the waking world, and it's up to Sandman and his council of people to stop it, or vice versa, or something like that. And I think it looks interesting. I think the visuals are really cool.
The visuals look
the one where
awesome.
he's like in front of the void and like doing this, that's like that is like straight up a panel from something I've seen before. But I think it looks cool. I kind of agree with Austin in the chat. He said he wishes this would have been on HBO Max, so it could be connected to something else.
Yeah.
Not that it can't be on Netflix, but it can't be on Netflix. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They can like allude to it on Netflix, but it can't be directly connected.
No, I hear you.
They're doing a Justice League Dark series, I think, for HBO Max that is going to be Constantine focused.
Yeah.
And that would be cool, potentially, that this would kind of connect to
that.
those stories.
I'm just ready for the DCEU to control alt delete and do everything.
Just
over
start
again.
over again.
Clean swipe.
Yeah,
Just-
what's his face left Disney and is going over to Warner Brothers movies, isn't
What's his
he?
name?
Mickey Mouse?
Alan Horn.
Yeah, Alan
is-
Horn. Thank you. Yeah, he's leaving Disney, and he's the guy who's responsible for really giving us the distributing all those big movies that we've seen over the last 15 years with Disney, including Marvel, and he's moving over to Warner Brothers.
Yep.
Is he going to bring some of the actors?
Well, wait. Kevin Feige's contract is also coming up soon, so maybe after Phase 6, Kevin. I mean, at this point, what else could Kevin do for Marvel?
Maybe
revive the DC.
tinfoil hat.
Give him
Sonny,
open check, man.
Sonny with a tinfoil
Let
hat.
him do whatever he wants.
And Kevin Feige, they haven't been giving him as much control with some of these projects. The studios had more of their hands on some of the stuff that he's been trying to do with the MCU. So, and he looks up to Alan Horn. He might go, you know what? I'm done with your guys' control. I'm going over here. DC, what do we got?
That would be
Let's do
so
this.
What
sick.
if?
That'd be so.
So
sick.
we were talking about on Saturday when we got in for the extra episode, Frank
Just
and
a
I.
thought.
Why are these phases moving so quickly? Why are they? Maybe Feige's trying to get in the stories he wants to tell
Right.
before he leaves.
And
That's
just
kind
let
of
them
that's
deal with
tinfoil
it.
hat.
I like that.
And then he
That's
keeps
tinfoil
pushing
hat,
off the
but-
X-Men so he doesn't have to involve introducing X-Men into the MCU.
All in the game just brought up for DC. Is the Green Lantern HBO Max show still happening?
Yeah,
we,
like,
we
where
get
is
no
that?
information
It's
about
still,
anything.
it's still rumored, but again, they waited to announce things like after the fact.
Yeah.
So
During the
lame.
actual panel, they didn't do anything.
So we've got this big
Super Pets is coming
platform,
out this
but don't do
weekend.
it.
I don't know
Oh,
if you
yeah.
guys
Can't wait for that.
I'm actually Keanu is in that. He's gonna be, I think, Batman. I think Keanu Reeves
he's the voice of
is
Batman.
voicing Batman.
It's a good thing it's a movie about.
You're not gonna take the boys to
dog.
see Super Pets?
I mean, yeah, I'll go take my kids to go see
Will you
Super
take me and
Pets.
Shane?
Yeah, I'll go take you guys. As long as you're good boys.
I'm saying this.
Never.
Like the last thing I want to see doing, last two people I want to see doing anything, a super dog movie or not, is The Rock and Kevin Hart. Like
Ace the Bat Hound.
My
You're not into Ace the
gosh,
Bat
man,
Hound.
enough.
That's
These
not.
two.
Let me tell you something, Super Dog. You can't. Let me tell you something, man. Listen, you helping Batman, and listen.
You're like, dude.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I am over what DC is doing at this point. They've had
Unfortunately.
several chances to get their crap together and make something really great for the DCEU, and they are.
Well, they have a something they could really put all their chips on, and it's Matt Reeves. Why not build a universe out of that? Why not have a solo Superman movie?
And there
a
might be a
solo
Penguin series
Green Lantern,
and
Gotham. There's a Gotham
that.
one, a Penguin series, and then there's another one that they're doing as well.
Thought
Maybe they're
I
just
thought
going to make their
Catwoman
own
or
Batman
something, right?
universe, and
I
that's
think
it.
Catwoman was Arkham was gonna do something, but I think Zoe Kravitz got like some kind of project out of that. She did really well.
Yeah, I think and this is what happens when you make a good movie.
Now
People
Paul's getting
want to
mad.
no, for real. People want to see more stuff. You don't have to force stuff down people's throats.
No, it's true.
If you came out tomorrow and said, "Hey, Matt Reeves is producing a Catwoman When in Rome movie or a TV series with Zoe Kravitz," I would be hyped for that. But if you had announced that before this Batman movie, I'd be like, I don't care.
It's like them telling us tomorrow.
Make
that
good
that's
stuff.
happening.
Don't worry about
and it was last week.
and give us stuff like, oh my god, whatever.
I mean, I was just hoping that back when Joker came out and Joker was going to be a one-off, I was praying that would just be a one-off and they were going to give us any more. No, now they got to make a two. They're making a sequel.
And it's going to be a musical.
And it's like, why are you doing
not
this?
down
Do a
for
bunch of
that.
one-offs, like Paul said, and just have them be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good point, though.
That's all you got to do.
They don't need to have if the connectivity's not.
It can come later.
If
Yeah,
the connectivity's
if it's
not
good,
working, they don't need to force it.
it'll happen. Yeah.
But let's try to make something that's like a good product for people to watch. And I mean, put together a panel. I don't know who you have to talk to. Go ask Feige, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, like, go have coffee and be like, "How are you doing this?"
Come on, dude. And you know what?
Oh, am I coming out of frame here?
You know the other
Am I
thing
cleaning
too,
this way?
and Paul
Super comfortable.
Paul and I had touched on this, is that Paul had mentioned, they have a heading, they have a plan, and what DC does, I'm getting angry again, what DC does is a rowboat, they're like a rowboat with a hole in it,
right?
And they have one oar, and they keep going around
And they
trying
got
to
Jim Lee
figure
in
out,
with it with the
and
bucket.
they think they think
That
they're
sucks.
making progress,
Yeah.
and
That sucks.
they're not.
No, it's not happening.
Ezra Miller didn't help him.
No,
Honestly,
If they could find him.
that one, but like, why was there
he
no
can't
flash?
be at the panel because they don't know where he is.
Why was there no flash footage? There was no,
Because of Ezra Miller.
Well, I know, that's what I'm saying. Clearly, like,
Yeah.
that would have been like their highlight. That would have bought them so much more time.
Why not cut it up and turn it into something else? Put it in another movie.
This is starting to feel like
They've got to reshoot the scenes with Amber Heard and Aquaman 2.
the young
Big splash.
X-Men. The young X-Men movie we went and saw.
New Mutants?
That's
Mutants?
what New Mutants.
Oof.
This is that's what the Flash is starting to feel like. A movie that, they're just gonna release because.
That was brutal
that
for a
movie
lot of
was-
reasons.
Yo,
That
because
movie was
everybody, all the actors and actresses alone are really good in other projects, but like
For
New Mutants,
Yeah.
But like together in that movie, I'm like, whoa,
it was
this
so
is bad.
brutal because remember the delays, all the reshoots and the
yeah.
re-editing. They wanted to make it a horror movie. They didn't want to make a horror movie. They're trying to make it more fun and lighthearted, and it was so brutal. That
So-
movie was brutal.
All in the Game has been going crazy today, making good points. Where is any of the stuff J.J. Abrams signed up to do with Warner Brothers? He's just
Yeah.
milking it because he signed a contract
Yeah, for sure.
with
He was
Warner
supposed to be
Brothers
doing Superman or
to produce things. Ta-Nehisi Coates, I think, was supposed to be
Yep.
involved, and where is any of that at?
Nowhere.
No
Ezra Miller
news.
kidnapped him.
J.J.
No
Abrams
news.
just kicking back. J.J. Abrams, that's where he is. He's the one finding bullets all over the place. But for real, like,
Feeding them to babies.
where is any of this at? I don't know. Wild.
No, that's a good
my
point.
goodness.
That's a good point.
You suck, DC.
Yes.
San Diego
for now.
Comic-Con found a way to make us really excited about what's going on with Marvel.
You know what they're doing?
To make us further upset at what's happening with DC.
DC's going to come to
Anger confirmed.
the Las Vegas Comic-Con in September so that we can be present for all their announcements. That's all they're doing.
That's all.
That
They're
must
just
be
trying to
it.
help out.
That
Help
must
us
be it.
out.
I think
Yeah, they're
Paul's
holding
right.
out till September.
Yeah, for us.
Everything's gonna be.
They'll find
alright.
it. Well, maybe they'll find Ezra by then.
Everything gonna-
Probably not.
Negative.
We're going to get a little bit further into the announcements that were all made last week as far as these phases and mapping out these phases that Feige sort of just started. And then we're going to do this.
Yeah.
And just
And then
coming
this.
up at D23 in September. I think it's September 10th. We're going to try to do another reaction show to that weekend when they start making announcements. You notice a lot of open dates for Phase 6.
Yeah.
And they said that there'll be at least 5 or 6 more projects announced
Right.
when they have D23 in September.
Super stoked.
We're running short on time. Paul wanted to get to the comics for the week and stuff that he picked up and checked out. You had a big
What'd you get?
you had a big stack out of your
Holy
pull box
moly.
this week.
So I don't usually get that much stuff in my pull box, probably like 3 to 6 things in my pull box. This week I had like 10 or 11 things in my pull box. Admittedly, I missed like 3 things from last week, so it's probably like 8. But usually I come home and there's like 1 or 2 comics where I go, I'm going to read this right now, and then I can wait to read the rest. Pretty much everything I got this past week, I was like, I need to read this now. And then, of course, you end up not reading any of it because you can't figure out which one you want to start with.
Sure.
So this week it came out by Mark Russell and Laura Allred, and I can't remember her husband's name. Another Allred does the art. It's a prequel to Crisis on Infinite Earths. It's called Superman Space Age. This comic book is massive. It doesn't fit in a bag and board. I cannot wait to read it. It looks like a throwback in all the best ways to that era and what went on then. And then we have the finale to One Dark Night by Jock, who does the art and he does everything on the book. Nice. It's like a maxi. It's a huge book. It's wider.
That's really cool.
When I tell you,
the cover looked awesome.
When I tell you that is the best Batman thing I have read since Court of Owls, it's probably better than Court of Owls. It's incredible. It is straight up fantastic,
big words.
and I cannot wait to read this last issue. It's Batman. I think I've talked about it before. It's Batman trying to get from one side of town or one side of Gotham to the other, while all the gangs in Gotham are after him. He has a individual, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. He's like a living EMP, and he knocks out all the power in Gotham. So it's Batman with this inmate on his back with no power in Gotham trying to get from one side to the other. It's so good. It's fantastic.
Cool.
And then we got the continuation of Tom Taylor's Nightwing, which is incredible. Radiant Red and Radiant Black came out this week. And not to forget, Action Comics from Philip Kennedy Johnson came out, the continuing Warworld saga. And the Warworld Apocalypse is coming up pretty soon, which I don't know if you've seen the cover for that. It looks incredible. It's the most like heavy metal looking Superman cover you've ever seen in your entire life. Comics are really good right now. Chip Zdarsky started Batman, and he started Daredevil, which I picked up, which I don't usually read too much Marvel stuff, but I picked that up. It's crazy good. Go to your comic book store, go, okay, who's my favorite character? I've never really read a comic, but who's my favorite character? Daredevil. There's a number 1 for you. Batman. There's going to be a number 1 for you. Superman. There's going to be a number 1 for you. Go to your comic book store, pick up a comic, read them. You won't regret it.
Mark Russell is he just won an Eisner Award for that Not All Robots miniseries. It's ridiculous. It's satire. It's hilarious.
Right.
It's hilarious. But a couple of years back, he did a 12-issue limited series on the Flintstones, which was parallel.
That, right?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's funny.
I like that.
It's weird.
Of course.
But I mean, they have like people calling 1-800 numbers and for being addicted to Flintstone vitamins. It's crazy.
I like that.
It's crazy.
That's really
but
smart.
The guy is an incredible writer.
Well, you think
he's awesome.
if you can make the Flintstones compelling, you can make Superman compelling.
Flintstones are compelling.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Maybe that's
love
what
that
gives Superman
cartoon.
his powers is all the Flintstone
Shout out,
vitamins.
baby.
Grand Poobah,
The Grand Poobah. There's a whole thing about the Royal Order of the Water Buffalo.
Great Gazoo.
Buddy.
Oh God.
It's crazy.
Y'all going hard.
I gotta
on
get
it.
after you finish
love
Somebody's
that
Killing the
thing.
Children. I got that for you, Shane.
Yo,
That's on
thank
the
you.
reading list.
House of Slaughter came out this week too.
I'll be
Not
happy
as
to
good
read it.
as something's
I've-
going
I've-
I'll
on.
make
I've
my
got it
son
for
read
you.
it too.
Dude. It's great.
Comics are killing it
great,
right now.
yeah.
Go read.
Guys,
You won't regret it.
Sonny, what do you got for the people?
See you guys next week. Listen on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts, anywhere that you can find your local podcasts or your favorite podcasts.
Link in bio.
Subscribe. Link in bio.
Miss Shades.
Get it together, DC.
Thank you. I amen. Guys, we appreciate you checking us out. Make sure you add us to your pull box if you haven't done so already. We will talk to you next week. It's taco time in America.
Taco time.
As always, man.
We love you. Uncle Nephew Shane.
Hey, go to Alternate Reality Comics. It moved from Maryland Parkway over to Eastern, 5300 South Eastern Avenue. It's a comic book store I went to as a kid. Say hello to Ralph. He's been there forever. It's one of the best comic book stores in Vegas.
Ralph's the man.
You're the man.
All right.
Go buy comics.
Guys, we'll talk to you next week. Have a good evening.
Peace. Peace out.
Take care. Brush your hair.
Nice.
I had a brother.